As you all know, who we call the Washington Redskins are going to be playing our hometown team, Minnesota Vikings, tomorrow. So this evening, there's going to be some very interesting dignitaries that are going to be here to let us know about.
We're here at the American Indian Center here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, November 1st, 2014, where you can see it's been a powwow over here. They're getting riled up for the march tomorrow to the Metrodome. Actually, not the Metrodome, but to the Twin Cities Federal Stadium, TCF Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. There's a big controversy about whether or not the Redskins should change their name from Redskins. They will be playing the Minnesota Vikings here tomorrow, the Washington Redskins. But the Native Americans here in Minnesota want them to change that name. Native Americans all over want them to change the name from the Washington Redskins to something else. I'm on location here at the American Indian Center here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm Rashad.
South Dakota.
Good morning. We are here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when in just a few hours, the Washington Redskins will play the Minnesota Vikings. As you very well know, it's a big controversy all across the nation for the Washington Redskins to change their name. Dan Snyder, the owner, has emphatically said he will never change the name and put that in caps, according to some newspaper reports. I'm on location here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, November 2nd, 2014, approximately 8:15 a.m. in the morning. I'm Rashad. How do you feel about this Washington Redskins owner saying that he will never take the name, the Washington Redskins, away from the Washington Redskins?
Well, I think that he's being very stubborn, and he's showing his racism. He's just displaying it for everyone to see. You know, we've had to come through history where, you know, black people will not tolerate being called niggers by white folks, and this is the equivalent. And if he can't understand that, then he's not a very intelligent person. You know, they do it, they march for their children just like we march for our children. And you hope that people will have understanding and grow to the point where you don't have to do this any longer when common sense tells you that this is offensive. It's offensive. That's I have family members who are Native American, and representing my brother-in-law who's Native American and just passed away, and I know he'd be here today. I say that it's time. It's just time. People are tired of swallowing down these insults, and they're just insults, insult after insult. They're just tired of swallowing them down. I don't care how much money you have, it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything. Just won't be swallowed. So that's all I have to say.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
Hello. How y'all doing, Twin Cities?
I'll talk to you in a minute.
I'm
gonna talk to you in a minute.
All right. My name is J.R. Bobick. I'm from Idle-No-More, Twin Cities. We got 14 organizations that set this up today. So please give a hand to them, because it took a lot of work to get this started today.
In the Sogi Shikin to go, Jabway Mang Makwan in the dam, Mr. Kamile Saga Ganing in the Jipa. My name's Robert DeJarley. I'm from the Bear Clan, and I'm from Red Lake. And, you know, 22 years ago, I was part of a protest over at the Superdome when Washington team played in the Super Bowl. And we had a lot of people at that protest. But here I am back again 22 years later. You know, there hasn't been any changes. And hopefully today we can make some changes and make them aware that we're not going to put up with that name anymore. You know, it's about who we are as a people. We're not Redskins. What I have on is not a costume. It's my regalia. And everything I have on this outfit has a meaning. You know, I see these fans at Washington games running around with phony headdresses on, and you know, they don't, they're so ignorant, they don't understand what they're doing. That's insulting. Not just to us, but to our children. I mean, that's why we're here today. It isn't just about us, it's about our children. I'll be carrying my Eagle staff today, which is called Cherish Children. And that was part of a ceremony yesterday. And that staff that I made is for the children. Wherever I take that staff at, it's about our young people. Because they're warriors too. You know, usually with Eagle staff, we have veterans carrying Eagle staffs. But when I made that staff came to me in a dream. I had a foster daughter who was murdered. And I had a dream, and from that dream came that Eagle staff that I carry today. So I carry it for all the kids that are out there that are in the foster care system, that have been adopted. And a lot of these kids, I mean, they don't know who they are. You know? They don't find out who they are as Indian people until they age out of the system. Some of them have never heard a drum. Some of them have never heard our songs. So they have to find their path back. And when we have something like the Washington team, that's not the path back. They can't learn anything by that. They've already put up with most of their young lives living in a non-Indian environment, not knowing who they are. And that's why we're here today. We're here to make a statement about who we are as a people. So I don't want to take up too much time. I believe we have a couple more speakers, but I just want to say miigwech to everybody for being here, and we're going to have a good march today. Aha, miigwech.
Thank you so much, Robert. Miigwech. I just want to make one announcement. We do have some sag wagons. What is a sag wagon? If you feel that you need to step behind and fall back a little bit and get a ride to TCF Stadium, we have cars ready to take you. So if you would fall back, let any one of our fabulous marshals know. Thank you, marshals. Give a round of applause, too. In the fluorescent vest. Again, thank you, Robert. We really appreciate your words of wisdom. One thing that we know as Anishinaabe people and Native people living in Minneapolis is that we respect our traditions. And one part of our tradition is honoring everybody and who they are. I want to introduce next Jace Rowe, Northern Cheyenne, Two-Spirit. Thank you, Jace.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very honored to be here this morning. This means a lot to me. I grew up ashamed of who I was. I grew up in a suburb here of Minneapolis, and I grew up being made fun of for being Native. To me, being here today is more than just a mascot. It's more than just a name. It's taking pride of being Native and standing up for my rights, and hopefully standing up for kids that are out there being made fun of on a daily basis, just simply because of who they are. It's hard enough being a kid, and for me, it was also difficult because I grew up knowing that I was different in other ways too. I'm embracing my Two-Spirit society. You know, being a Two-Spirit is very important to me also. I'm here to support everybody, and I'm here to just take pride in who I am. It's a great honor, and it's so awesome to see so many faces here today. I don't know, that's all I got, really. I'm glad to be here, and I thank everybody for coming out today. So.
Give it up. Next we got Mike Forsha, Chairman of AIM, Twin Cities.
Bonjour, thank you. Boy, it's nice to see so many people out here on this cold morning. You know, we're going to be heading out here in just a couple minutes, and I just wanted to make sure that we got people over here, and we just want to make sure we stay safe. There's been some, like he said, rumors going around that this group is going to be causing some trouble on the light rail or whatever it is. It's not true. And we're going to have a nice, peaceful march, and we just want to educate the, you know, the larger society on this issue of racism. So I just want everybody to be awesome when we get down there, and just have fun. Just have fun. So hopefully this is the last time we come together for something like this. Miigwech.
Thank you, Mike. All right, let's hear it. No justice. No justice. No.
Noise from Mike Jordan. When we say native, y'all say pride. Native. Pride. Native. Pride. Native. Pride. Native. Pride. Native. Pride.
That's right. Let's have another round of applause for Mick. That's right. We are not your mascot. We are not your mascot. We are not your mascot. All right, we have another speaker lined up here. This person is running for Minneapolis Public School Board. His name is Ira Jordan. We heard Mick Jordan just talking about our kids, right? Our futures. We want to have Mr. Ira Jordan come on over. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Jordan.
Bonjour, good morning. Good morning. Nice to see so many people out here. Yeah, my name is Ira Jordan. I'm from the Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians. Ojibwe and Anishinaabe is the word I prefer. I live here in Minneapolis, and I work in North Minneapolis with families on assistance, helping them find employment. And I have 4 kids in the Minneapolis Public School District. Dakota's here somewhere, my senior. I have a son at South, and I have 2 elementary kids, a first grader and a second grader. Now, the importance of rallies like this draw a lack of education on the majority of our society, the lack and misunderstanding of what and who we are as people. And one of the things I want to do on the school board is make sure that people know who we are, that we do have a voice. Native people, not just in Minneapolis, but across this country, are the most unheard and unseen people. We are the most oppressed people in the United States. Not today. And on election day on Tuesday, if you can get out and vote for me in Minneapolis, we will not be silenced in this city either. Thank you. So one of the things that I really wanted to stress really quickly is that we need to make sure that people know who we are. And that starts with education. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to run for school board, is that we have a lack of visibility and understanding when it comes to Native American students in our district. We have some of the lowest test scores. We have the highest disparity of suspension rates. We need to work on educating our general society, and that starts right here at home with our Native family and our Native supporters. And so if you could get out and vote on Tuesday for the people that do support our causes, that will make a difference. You know,
Governor Ventura's here.
Hi, Jesse.
Governor Ventura. How you doing, Governor Ventura?
I'm doing well. How
what do you
are
think? All right. What do you think about what's going on here today, Governor?
Well, I'm not a rookie to this. I do it every time they come to town, and it's not my first one. So I think it's wonderful. I think it's the First Amendment at its finest.
Do you think Don Snyder will change the name?
No.
What do you think it's going to take for Don Snyder to change the name?
I have no idea. You'd have to ask him.
Okay, go.
So I can't think on his behalf because I don't think like him, and so therefore I couldn't answer for him. But he ought to change it, but he says he won't.
Okay, Governor, you're always out here with the people, and we really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, now. You can see we just spoke with the governor, former Governor Jesse Ventura, who is always out with the people.
Last time we come together for something like this. Miigwech.
Thank you, Mike. All right, let's hear it. No justice. That's right. We have a chant that we want to practice.
Okay, and the red highlight, that's what I want you guys to do, all right? Here we go. Who are we? What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What does that say? Let me hear your war cry!
A very brisk day here, and you can see that the Native Americans are all riled up about the name Redskins, and they intend to change it. Whether Snyder can go along with it or not, we will certainly see in the coming months. I'm on location here in Minneapolis. I'm Rashad. The police are now in formation. The march is about ready to get into action. The Minneapolis police are now in formation.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how about you?
Good.
Good. Nice seeing you.
Beautiful day.
Yes, it is. The cars are being blocked off now because the march is about ready to begin. Again, it's a beautiful day here in Minneapolis for November 2nd. I don't know if the Redskins are here, but they will be changing their name shortly if it's up to this crowd here in Minneapolis. As you can see, it's a large number of people here. The University of Minnesota at Northrop Auditorium should have a large crowd, and we will see in just... The police have lined up with their bicycles. They will be out here escorting the marchers as best they can. So we are here in Minneapolis again, November 2nd, where the Washington Redskins will be playing the Minnesota Vikings under the pressure of taking their name down, and Shane Snyder has said he will not change the name of the Washington Redskins. I'm on location here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a brisky November 2nd. I'm Rashad. to the Cedar Riverside area.
I'm not in the best of
Okay. We're now by the Cedar Riverside area, heading toward TCF Stadium here in Minneapolis on a brisky Sunday morning, November 2nd. And it's a real good day. It's a very nice day. Spectators looking on in awe. Spectators are looking on in awe.
We are not mascots. Remember that. Don't let nobody tell you we're not mascots.
Yes, sir.
Everybody start saying that.
We're rounding the corner to Riverside. We're now in the Cedar Riverside area. Get the drum going. All right. Excuse me.
Change the name! Change the name! Change the name!
Rounding the area by the University of Minnesota. Getting ready to cross the bridge.
How's it looking?
It goes all the way around.
I didn't see you like it yet. I took a selfie right
We put the restaurant there. They were like gonna tear down the building.
Those kids are killing it.
I know, right?
Helicopters are hovering over the air as we cross the bridge.
And win the game, Vikings!
We're now crossing the 19th Street Bridge here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're getting real close to the TCF Stadium.
Not your mascot!
The line is very long.
It's kind of like
Governor Ventura is out marching with the protesters.
Red Sambo's got to go! Hey! Red Sambo's got to go!
Governor Ventura still marching with the
Red
people.
Sambo's got to go!
And if you cross this bridge and go like...
They're saying, hey, ho, little red Sambo's got to go. I don't know what that's about, but that's what they're saying.
I love that dog.
Surrounding the area of the Southeast University side, we are rounding the area. Headed toward TCF Stadium. We're just moments away from coming up on TCF Stadium. Here they come, rounding the area to University Ave. Here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Don Snyder should be looking at this on TV. If not, I don't know what to say.
We're the Mississippi and Delta people, you know? We're bold people. We're mountain people.
We're just minutes away from the TCF Stadium here on University Avenue, here in Minneapolis.
We have arrived! And we're claiming victory! We're claiming victory! That mascot has got to go! Come on, crowd! Wake up! Tell them what you want! Okay. When do we want it?
Just minutes away from the TCF Stadium here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Justice! Change the name! 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 It's simple! We want something that is so simple! Change the name! Change the name! Change the name! Change the name!
We're coming down 19th Avenue. We're real close to the stadium. We should be arriving at the stadium at least 10 minutes from now. This is what the Washington Redskins will face when they're playing the Minnesota Vikings this afternoon.
Change the name! Wake up, Utah! We're here! Change the name! Change the name! Change the name!
It's a large crowd already here at the stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're seconds away from entering the stadium area. There are many, many people out here, more than I can imagine. Here we're coming into TCF Stadium here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is what Dan Snyder will face when he finally gets his bus going again here in Minneapolis. The stadium is packed. The stadium is packed with protesters. There are more and more protesters here. There are more and more protesters. They are here. They are here. They are here. They are here. We're rounding the area of the TCF Stadium. Now, as you can see, the crowd is thick up here. Thicker than I could imagine. The people are here. The people are here. The people are here. We are now entering the TCF Stadium area at the University of Minnesota. Here we are, finally crossed into the stadium area in Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can see, we are here at the stadium.
There's thousands of people here getting tired of the way we are getting treated. You need to change the name. Change the name. Change the name. Change the name. Woo! Woo! Woo!
There are thousands of people here. There are thousands of people, more than I could imagine, right here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the TCF Stadium. There are thousands of people here, thousands of people here. Students Against Racism, just as I figured here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Say the Gophers Against Racism. The campus is crowded here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, November 2nd, 2014. This is what Don Snyder will face. And they're going to circle this stadium here in just a second. They're going to circle the stadium. here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 2014, November 1st. Very good day. I think they were ready for this.
That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist name has got to go.
Right across from Williams Arena and the Mariucci Arena, adjacent from the Twin City Stadium, TCF Stadium. They're rounding the stadium. Circling the stadium now. There are thousands of people here. Thousands of people here today. You can see as far as the eye can see. As far as the eye can see. I don't think they was ready for this. Police are on their horses. There's really no need for that. In the background where the Buffalo Wild Wings are, I suppose they are supporters of the game, but now this game has turned into something else. We're on location here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, November 2nd, 2014. It's a very good day.
How about the Washington president?
As you can see in the background, there are Minnesota Vikings supporters. They are rounding the stadium, and we're going to go right around. Minnesota will not be the same after today. You can believe the fans for the Minnesota Vikings game will know that the Native Americans mean business. They are rounding the stadium. We are now at the TCF Stadium here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the crowd is rounding the stadium here in Minneapolis. We saw former Governor Jesse Ventura out with the crowd. He made a couple of comments, and you will hear those comments shortly.
Change the name! Change the name! Change the name!
I believe the Vikings are playing now. I don't know. side of the stadium right now.
Change the name. Change the name. Change the name. Change the name. Change the name.
Helicopters are hovering in the air. Spectators are looking at the protesters.
Change the name. Change the name. Change the name.
The little kids don't know what's happening. They're just here. Spectators are looking on.
Change the name.
Viking fans can join in.
Change the name. Change.
I should have had a hand drum. Let's change the name. Everybody Washington Redskins. Oh, there he is. I'm tough, man. Let me get one of this sign.
We're rounding the stadium here in Minneapolis. We're rounding the stadium. We're now coming into the south side of the stadium, up on the south side of the stadium. As you can see, it was a very large crowd to meet us when we got here of students.
We're walking that way right now.
Bystanders are looking on. The bystanders are looking on.
Deeper. We need everybody to dig deeper and educate everybody. If not, let this continue and let it be in denial like Dan Snyder is. But I thank the people of Shakopee for finishing this stadium And the irony is, the Vikings are playing here today because that stadium is now being built. So what goes around comes around. I brought this message to a good friend of mine who I've known for a while, got to get closer with this year, who's here in attendance, who has taken a national stand on this, and I want to mention his name because I'm only going to mention one name. You'll forget all the rest of them we need to, with all the important people that are standing up here. But Ray Halbritter, Indian Country Today, and he's here to support us. That's all I have to say. You didn't come here to listen to me. I'd like to introduce our Secretary-Treasurer, Lori Watzel.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of our elders who are here. Thank you very much for being here, and all of our young people. You wouldn't believe what this crowd looked like from here. You are all so beautiful. Thank you for being here. Since last year's rally outside the Metrodome, the demand for change and the energy on that night has continued to grow in the past year, thanks to your hard work and your efforts to make your voices heard. I have a message today to read from a very special man who joins us today in spirit, an Olympic gold medalist from Pine Ridge, South Dakota, who has inspired generations of natives and many others. This is a statement from Billy Mills, Olympic gold medalist, Oglala Sioux, outspoken opponent of native mascots. And I quote, using a racial slur with a graphic violent history isn't just disrespectful, it's morally inexcusable. The mascot robs young American Indians of their self-esteem and invades their dreams. I strongly support our sisters and brothers protesting in Minnesota this weekend, and I stand with them. Although I could not be there in person, I am proud that on November 1st, Running Strong for American Indian Youth launched Dream Starter, a new grant program to jumpstart the dreams of young Native people. We're giving away $50,000, $10,000 grants over the next 5 years to disrupt the cycle of poverty of dreams that the mascot has helped to create. Thank you so much. Let's go forward and change the name.
Next, a special friend of Native American peoples and all who fight prejudice is here to say a few words. Let's give a warm welcome to Congressman Keith Ellison.
Dan Snyder, change the name. Dan Snyder, change the name. 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 Change that name now. Change the name. Change that name. I just want to say to you, I want to speak directly to my brothers and sisters who are of the original people of this land. I want to talk directly to you, and I want to say to you that the black, the brown, the white, all of us are here with you. We are here together. We are here standing with you, and if you are insulted, we are insulted. If you are offended, we are offended. If any harm comes to you, it's coming to us too. And we're going to fight this thing at your shoulder alongside you until it changes. Because we know that if you try to defame a people, if you try to put down a whole people, then that is an insult in and of itself, but it also leads to denial of treaty rights. It also leads to denial of housing and human rights. It also leads to denial of educational opportunity. This insult is a door to racism. And we are going to stop it, and we are going to end it. So I leave you right now, but I want you to know that where you are fighting this, we will be. Whether it's fighting for treaty rights in northern Minnesota to fish and hunt, we'll stand with you there. Or whether it's standing against this racist mascot name, we'll stand with you here, and we will stand and stand until we win. Change